What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss an upcoming catchweight bout, but before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and help the channel grow. Alright guys, getting right into it, we got Jason Jackson taking on Ray Cooper this Saturday in the special PFL versus Bellator event, pay-per-view event, in a fight that I love this matchup. I love the card as a whole, but with this fight, you have the former PFL welterweight champion and Ray Cooper taking on the current Bellator welterweight champion and Jason Jackson, and two guys who are super ultra veterans who I think would succeed at the highest levels in the UFC if they weren't in their respective positions in the PFL and the Bellator promotions. We have Jason Jackson, who's riding like a 7-fight win streak, who has looked better each and every single time, beating guys like Jordan Mean, Benson Henderson, Neiman Gracie, Paul Daly, Douglas Lima, and most recently where he got the title against the undefeated champion Yaroslav Amosov, who was looking just like a world beater, right? Jason Jackson is not a flashy guy, but he's solid everywhere. Holds a high, tight guard. He's able to take and hold the center of the octagon where he doesn't really put himself in many bad positions. Good striking, good defense all around. Does not put himself in bad positions whatsoever. And each and every single time, he just looks better. He shuts guys down completely. You don't see him going out there and getting these finishes. I think 6 out of his 7 fights on his current win streak are all decisions, but they're not boring. But he goes out there and he dominates guys, hits his mark. He's able to not take a lot of damage and shut really good guys down. I mean, Benson Henderson, Neiman Gracie, Paul Daly, Douglas Lima, one after the other. Murderers row within the Bellator promotion, right? But here he's going against Ray Cooper, where when he's on, he is one of the best in the world, right? But as of recently, ever since he captured the welterweight belt, who was that against? I think it was Magomed Karamov. He really just hasn't looked the same, and I don't know what's going on with him. If it's just commitment issues after winning that big $1 million check, if he's going through injuries, but he's just still he's still taking the call. He's not turning down fights, but he's just not healthy. Because we've seen him taking catchweight fights. We've seen him miss weight. We've seen him just lose fights where he just clearly was not prepared for. The Carlos Leal fight. And then most recently against Derek Brunson, he didn't look in shape. And that was my big question mark going into that fight as well, was how committed, what was his cardio? How good of shape was he going into that fight? And it showed. Derek Brunson, where he got hurt early on, he was able to recover, get the fight to the ground, and zap the gas tank of Ray. So, I mean, it really all depends. I mean, if Ray Cooper shows up healthy and in shape for this fight, and with it being a catchweight fight, I'm already kind of nervous about that. Like, is Ray Cooper just not wanting to cut to welterweight anymore, but not wanting to fight these middleweight guys? I'm really curious with what's going on with the future of Ray Cooper. It doesn't look good for, at one point, a guy who had knocked out the current UFC veteran Chris Curtis, retired guys like Jake Shields, beat guys like Rory McDonald. Ray Cooper, when he's on, man, he is one of the absolute best in the world. Bricks in his hands, one-touch knockout power, good defense, good wrestling, good takedown defense. He can definitely take the fight anywhere when he wants to. So if Ray shows up in this fight against Jason Jackson, I think it's going to be extremely competitive, damn near even money. I wouldn't even pick a winner. But if we see Ray Cooper coming in, looking a little bit out of shape, looking like his conditioning is a little off, I see Jason Jackson walking away with this fight because you have a guy who's just an ultimate veteran, professional, always looks like he's in great shape. He's surrounded himself and has been a coach. I think it was at American Top Team, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's down there in South Florida. It's either American Top Team or one of those gyms down there. I don't know why I'm blanking so bad. Sanford MMA. Sorry. Not Sanford MMA anymore. I think it's Killcliff MMA. See, this is where I get so confused, right? But with everything going on with Jason Jackson, the people that he keeps around him, he keeps all these guys around him. He's always sharpening his tools, and he's looked better each and every single time. As to where Ray, his commitment, or maybe his health just hasn't been there. So I'm really curious to see what Ray Cooper we're going to get, and I think that's going to be the leading factor as to where this fight goes. Guys, that's going to do it for today. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think is going to happen between Ray Cooper and Jason Jackson this Saturday. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. That's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.